impromptu, but figure we'll just do this live. I was gonna make a video of just going over it, but because of the size, I was gonna have to set up to do it on the couch anyway. So I'm like, yeah, screw it. We'll just do it live. You guys got questions about it then, if you really want to. While I wait for people to hop into the stream. Anyways, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. Still feeling sick, so if I cough, my apologies. Now my voice is still a little raspy. I also have some Arizona tea, not a sponsor. But I'm a bit thirsty. So that'll be handing out there. Arizona tea is pretty good, especially for 99 cents. Can't complain. Going all right, Poland. Just still a little bit under the weather. Today's been probably the best day out of the past week. I think I'm finally getting over it, but there's still like that little bit of a cough. Oh, hey, Russell. Hopefully, if you want to do me a favor and tag, I should have just did it beforehand. Give him to pop in so he can check out this figure before I send it out tomorrow. Trying to remember his username all the way because it's freaking gigantic. But anyways, I figured we'd go over this guy today. Hey, Brandon. Because recently wrapped up the X plus 54. There goes his leg. It's the one thing, I don't know, for the life of me, I just can't get this stupid thing to stay in. I think it's kind of the orientation. I had it popped in and then it just like popped right back out. Ugh. Easiest thing is to swap this piece back out. So that stays in. And then you pop this back into the leg. But it's got to be at like an angle, which I think is partially my fault. It does go in and stay, though. Thankfully. Just takes a little bit of coercing. No, are you talking about the NECA? The NECA, yes. Because this was originally a 30, I think it's, because it was a 30 centimeter? 30 centimeter X plus is what this guy was. But if you guys see some of the streams of me working on this guy, what this was a Favorite Sculptor line Godzilla 1999 that we chopped up. It currently has a 1/6 scale body inside of it, which is a lot of the joints. So the legs, the arms are all a part of that. The tails are a few leftover Godzilla tails shoved into the other tails so I could reuse the ball joints. And there's a couple like arms for the later joints here, but this gives you all the posability for this guy. It only goes so much to the one side because of the way it was positioned originally, but it's got quite a bit of play. It does sag a bit. It's a heavy figure. This thing weighs a ton. There wasn't really a way I could get around it, so it does have a bit of limpingness. If you put it on the shelf, you pose it and leave it, it'll be okay. If you're trying to move it around, he likes to flop around. But as you can see, like if you put it on the table, he'll be fine. If I start moving him around, he'll start sagging a little bit. But his tummy, it's got quite a bit of play with it. Bit of a wiggle. Mouth open and closes now. Also rotate it if you really wanted to. The head can rotate. Top of the head. You get a little bit of play. For the most part, the articulation isn't going to be like super crazy. It's more or less going to replicate some of the stuff of the suit, but it's so hard trying to do this in this scale while making sure that nothing's going to break and pop out, but still trying to like maintain some articulation, keep the weight down, which the weight was probably the thing I maybe could have done a little bit better on, but there's some things like I tried using lighter materials on certain sections and it just didn't. I don't know. The detailing for me, I wasn't as happy with it. Like, it's got a lot more foam in this thing than I really would like to have seen, which is just kind of a problem with the size. The one thing that was nice about using the human body, though, is the shoulder joint lets me pop it back in and out. So you can get quite a bit of play with it around here. And the hands can rotate. I had to fix this hand the other day because it decided to pop off the arm. The nails broke. So I had to resculpt the nails, the feet. This foot in particular, I don't know why. It's got a lot of play here, but it just pops off really easy. I think it was just the faultiness of the original figure that I got. But this has some bit of play with it down here. He's got articulation at the knees a little bit. So you can bend them forward and back. Legs can go forward and back. Overall, really happy with it. The only real painting I did on it is, you can see here, I actually did this today, but I updated the spines that have more red on them because I just felt like they didn't really have nearly enough red on it. So I touched all that up. It made it a little bit brighter, so it just stood out a little bit better on the figure. So that was today's project. That was pretty much the last thing I really had to do on this guy. So he'll be going to his new home in the near future. Kitty is currently trying to get some attention. But this was originally a X Plus favorite sculptor line 99. We did a review of it a while back. Servo's not dumb. If I can get him to stand on the table, kind of show you. As my cat here. Just trying to get attention. It's really hard, Servo, to try to pose this thing while you're also trying to get attention. Mandatory cat on the stream. Yep. Kitty's got up here on the stream at least once. That's what he does all the time. Yep. Okay. You happy now? You guys have my attention? All right. Shoo. Shoo. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is only part of it. I would say, I think at least in my city, I probably have, I don't know of anybody with probably a larger collection. Maybe more of the same kind of thing, but not as much. It's one thing I pride myself. We got, like, it's probably like more like hoarder house levels of action figure collecting around here, but it's not too bad. I want to get that Burger King checked out, if I'm going to be honest. It stunk, I would imagine. Primarily what I collect is giant monster, like tokusatsu things. So like Godzilla, Ultraman. You see the Power Rangers back here. I got some Gridman. There's VR Trooper hanging out down there. I collect Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but primarily movie. I try to stick with movie and Last Ronin comic. Or anything that just kind of strikes my fancy. A bit of Star Wars. That I'm a little more peculiar on too. It's like Black Series. I've been collecting the new Galaxy Squadron stuff, which because I like the ships. Primarily Black Series. I stick with the Mandalorian or things from like that era onward. That isn't the sequels because I just didn't like the sequels that much. So I don't really have anything from that outside of like a Kylo Ren and whatever you call the red guys, because they showed up in the Mandalorian. And then the 12 Kenners. My bad, I hit a button. But you'll see back here, like the old 12-inch Kenner dolls. I collect those in like Black Series. It's kind of messy in here. A lot of anime. I do collect a bunch of anime stuff too. But primarily, it's a lot of like stuff from like, if it was popular in the 90s, I probably have some form of it down here. Some horror figure, some horror stuff. And then my wife collects Dinosaur Jurassic Park, so we got a lot of that too. Or it'd be fun. I'll be honest, in terms of like oh yeah, I was gonna say, let me see if I can flop this over. Not sure how the studio lights are gonna be. But just to kind of show you guys like it hanging out on the table. It can hold a pose. It doesn't fall apart. Like I said, it's about like standard pose, and then it can bend down more. It's just, like I said, it's a pretty freaking heavy figure. So it has a little bit of some issues. Compared, here it is next to a Super 7. If you want to scale. What about my dog? My dog's hanging out right there. I don't know what he's staring at, but he's hanging out there. Again, my office is kind of a mess right now, so I do apologize. But no, he is a big boy. Indeed. All right, let me try to get you back on the tripod before I make my thing go for it. I turned off the phone again accidentally. Rotate the lights. He's got some of a brain. Come here, Shin. Come here. Want to say hi? Want to say hi to everybody? Cat got to say hi. You want to say hi too? Come here. Get over here. He's like, I'm taking over the stream too, Mr. Puggles. No. Oh, well, thank you. I needed kisses. But yeah, Servo's a pretty big cat. That's the Super 7. Is what that one was. Just got done doing the review of it this morning with Arnaz, so that'll be up. I think that's tomorrow's video. That's what that one will be. Hey, Peking. Your name rings a bell, Ethan. Yeah, good boy. Why don't you go sit down in the chair? Go hang out over there. The only other recent figure other than the live stream we did the other day I picked up is I recently got the Shriek-Hawk Mandalorian. For some odd reason, I was walking around Target and I was thinking that this was the... Oh, was it Death Watch? Is Death Watch is blue? It looked very similar to those, so I thought it was the same figure, but it's actually not. Yeah, he's a pretty good dog. Pretty good dog indeed. Oh, you're gonna do a decompressed version too? That's what I'm doing. I want to like bug eyes everything. I'll probably make them atomic though still too, so I'll do the blue spines on it just to do something a little bit more unique with it. Them doing Angerus. I don't know if we'll get one anytime soon. Maybe Final Wars. I could maybe see them do a Final Wars. But like they haven't really showed us anything showy yet, so I'd be hard pressed to believe. Super 7 Angerus be kind of cool. At least be fine. Especially if they did it like Treadmaster style, that'd be dope. Ooh, you got a 3D printer now? Sweet. Did you get a resin one? Resin or a PLA? Does it go for that much? Does anybody want a Revoltech Angerus for $400? At that price point, I don't think I need him as bad anymore. Hey, Kaiju Center. Glad you like the channel. Appreciate it. What figure were you asking about behind me? The cat. Yeah, he's hanging out right there. He's on the floor. You have 2 of them? Jeez. I have a set of the Revoltechs. So I have like Baragon, Mothra, Angerus, Skygian, Rodan. I don't have all the Gammas, sadly. Missing the Gammas. It'd be cool. Again, if they did like Treadmaster style figure, but more posable, I'd buy that all day, every day. Wouldn't even question it. As long as they don't do it in that stupid small scale that they started doing, because those are way overtly priced and hurt my feelings. I watched it since I was 4. I removed all the old Bandai. Cool. Oh, glad you can make it. Remember, not remove. I was like, you removed my videos? I'm hurt. I need the monetization. Need it bad. Again, apologies. Still kind of getting over whatever sickness I had. More cold. The common cold. Oh, yeah. Also, Speaking of the Batmobile the other day, we opened it up. I actually put batteries in this thing. Took pictures of it with Shin Godzilla in it. But it does light up. It's pretty sweet. Because even the inside lights up too. Problem is now I need a Batman to go with it. I currently don't have an animated series Batman. But I wasn't going to pass it up for free, so it worked out really good. So, what, 11 years been in Germany? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like these Super 7s, I think are acceptable. Like at the price point, they're fine. They don't blow me away, but they're fine. The ones they just released of the small ones that are like $35, no. Those on the other hand, I can't dying over here. I can't condone those. Because God, we just reviewed the Bandai ones, and those are like $10 cheaper, and I still can't even condone those stupid things. All right, have a good one, Godzilla. The Variety Godzilla article, I'll be honest, I haven't read it. Hey, Mason. But yeah, this is a fun project. Like I said, I don't know if I really want to ever do a custom in this size again, just because of the way the weight is, and being able to do the distribution, just the amount of things that had to go into it. Granted, I like money, so I probably wouldn't say no, but these, like, something in this size is definitely going to be something that's more few and far between, I think, for me in wanting to work on. Like, the next time I accept one of these, it's going to be like I have nothing better or no other commissions to really worry about. Oh, thanks, Kaiju. Oh, it's hard to see what your profile picture is on the phone. I'll be honest. But sweet still. It's always good to see, like, hear of other people working on figures. Oh yeah, the 70th anniversary one was pretty sweet. Oh, the T-Rex human hybrids. You know the ones I kind of wanted to do, but just I don't know. I got a lot of customs that I would like to make, but just time. But for Power Rangers in what was it? The second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover one, they have the Power Rangers, but they were dinosaurs. I want to make those, but I haven't really sat down to figure out what I need yet. And to be honest, I probably need a lot of like Venoms or whatever for the bodies. But those would be kind of cool to do. Super 7, the only ones I highly recommend, the Destroyer is really good. The Thermonuclear Godzilla, the one where he's melting down, you can see the skeletons, that one's cool. I would say those two are my personal favorites that they've made so far. Most of the rest of them are fine. They're like acceptable. I haven't gotten my hands on a Space Godzilla or Moguri yet to really critique those. But from what I've seen, they seem, again, in that realm of acceptable. It's even like this guy. Like, he's just fine. The only one I would actively avoid is the Biolante. The Biolante I didn't think was very good. That one, if you get for like half of the price, go for it. But at like the $70, $85, no. Oh yeah, it'd be cool to see, like, if somebody just made the heads, like 3D printed heads, and then I could just slap them on some bodies, that'd be sweet. Oh yeah, especially those Transformer ones. Those things are. It almost offends me that every other Transformer collaboration figure they've announced recently is infinitely better than the Godzilla one, and the Godzilla one's the only really one I would buy. But it's like the Monster Hunter one's way better. I'm trying to remember. There's so many. The Mandalorian one's sweet because it reminds me of those old Transformers, Star Wars ones they did way back in the day. Those are dope. Hey, Art. The Dark Horse Godzilla from Super 7 sweet too. I like that one a lot. Like fully from clay. The only one I've done is I currently have a I gotta get back to working on it at some point, but I have a bust of the 55 puppet I've been working on. That's the only one I've really done. And I made a little chibi Hedora that I was gonna make into soap, but again, I got like way too many projects I keep trying to start on and then never like eventually I'll finish them up. Yeah, it sounds like they're gonna make a Superman one, which would be cool. As McFarlane announced, they're doing a Batman versus Superman. Sorry, Godzilla versus Kong versus the Justice League. They're doing figures of those, and they show up the Kong and Godzilla, which is kind of whatever. Because to me, it's like it's a 2-pack with like a better looking Bandai file for a Kong, and then a small Batman to go with it, which is kind of cool. Like I'll probably end up buying it anyways, just to keep it in the box. Because I do like those kind of collaborations. I like Batman. I like Godzilla and Kong. Sure, I'll grab it. I'm actually kind of hurt that the new Batman vs Superman figures because I really like Batfleck, and I wanted the armored Batman. He's like sold out everywhere. Yeah, the Green Lantern con would be sweet. Like I'm an official one. We made a custom one on the channel a while back. Yeah, space is king. Like even here, like I have to like I've been slowly mitigating, like making room for more things. I have some space on these shelves now in a few spots. One day I gotta sit down and reorganize. Like I made room down there. There's some room over here. I don't even know where the hell I'm putting that Batmobile. Because the only good spot for it, it's like somewhere along here. This giant run back here would probably be the best for the Batman. But currently got like every other big action figure that I got in this room down here. Yeah, I want the armored Batman. I'll probably find it in stores, so I'm not like that concerned about getting up pre-ordering it. I've been able to find every other McFarlane Batman or McFarlane thing I've ever wanted, so should be fine. I wanted the Superman, like one Henry Cavill, however you say his last name. Superman would be sweet. I hate that it comes with the Doomsday though, because I just don't. I have zero love for that Doomsday. Like it's fine, but I don't need an action figure of it. But like Superman would be sweet just to go with the Batman. Now I feel like I'm obligated to buy the Superman, so I can have Batman over top of him. Yeah, they've done a few because of the what was it, Batman Returns? Is that what that one comic's called? They've done like plenty of versions of that, and I know there's some versions of the movies, but there's not like an official McFarlane one, which is the only one I really kind of want. I like that they announced they're doing the Batman vs Robin Batmobile. That's cool. Hope they do the cycle for Robin. Hey, WWE figures, you can get those things stupid cheap, especially loose. Like if you go to any like vintage toy store, they're gonna have wrestling figures laying around, and they're great for custom fodder. Yeah, it's kind of weird because I like Batfleck is probably my favorite Batman, at least movie Batman wise. Easily my favorite Batman, but probably some of my least favorite Batman movies. So it's weird. Like I have a weird love for it. Like Batman vs Superman, I didn't mind. Like I thought it was a solid movie, but just like that universe in general is kind of lackluster to me a bit because they like the selection for all the actors was phenomenal. Outside of the Flash, like yeah. But everybody, Affleck is Batman, Henry is Superman, Wonder Woman's casting, like everybody was great. But like the universe itself was just kind of like fine. Because compared to like the Batman that just came out not too long ago, or the Dark Knight trilogy, or even some of the original Batman films, it's just like they don't really hold a candle. Injustice Superman's really good. I was gonna say, I'm surprised they didn't do more Arkhams. If I'm going to be fair, yeah, it was just like it was a lot of wasted potential with the Snyderverse. Which kind of hurts my feelings because it was like a lot of the designs are sweet. Like I said, the Doomsday. It's probably the only thing I really had a hiccup on. I think he could have been a little more imposing looking. Yeah, I still got to check out Penguin. I haven't gotten around to it yet. There's a lot of shows I got to get around to. I did watch all the Suicide Squad Isekai. I watched that the other day. Was like kind of watching it a little bit at work and while watching Casey. That was actually pretty good. I like the animation. I kind of want. I actually want the Harley Quinn. I'd buy figures of them from that. I know Revoltech announced they're doing the Harley, so I'll probably grab that. It'd be cool to get some of the other ones though. I like a Peacemaker, and that one was pretty sweet. I could knock over all the stuff, but to be honest, half of it's already kind of knocked over. There's quite, especially if you like look down more. Like Godzilla's kind of blocking it, but they're all over the place down there. Anything within child height is currently face down. Sweet. I'll have to check out Penguin. Like I said, I like the Batman. Like it's probably one of my favorite Batman movies. Actually, I would say in terms of like films, it's might be my favorite. It's between that or Dark Knight. Uh, but like some things about it I didn't really care for as much as some like design choices, but like story wise, it's great. Sorry. No problem, Godzilla. You're supposed to be mean. You're Godzilla. Everything was. I'm trying to think. Is there any movie that got like Godzilla you ever seen was actually like happy-go-lucky in it? Like he's always talking crap. Even in Ghidorah the three-headed monster, like Mothra was like telling him to watch his language. And he wasn't even that bad in that one. First Megalon, yeah, oh yeah, okay, yeah. He was pretty friendly with Jet Jaguar, wasn't he? And Hickon sometimes. It's like once in a while. He's like that coworker that you can't stand, but like he does a good job still, but you don't like him, but you don't mind working with him. As long as you guys don't talk to each other, you'll be fine. It's kind of the relationship. It would be kind of funny. I don't know that I. My only problem with that is that look doesn't really work with that universe's aesthetics. It would be funny. Guy Gandy was kind of a dick. Making Angerus go out by himself to go investigate things, bossing him around. Hammer video. One of these days we'll get back to Arnez's to do some. I actually have some stuff set aside for hammering. Just haven't really gotten around to it yet. because there's a couple like anime figures, some stuff that didn't sell. I just hammer it just to make room. We'll make room one way or the other, you know. But we had like one of my anime statues I was selling, and I don't even know how. It was just like sitting on the shelf. I took pictures of it, put it back on the shelf, and somehow the stand cracked. And not like on the figure or anything, like the literal stand got a crack in it. And I don't understand. Yeah, for the most part, I kind of just want to do a video showcasing this guy. Was the plan, and if you guys had any questions about it, you can ask questions about it. Whoa! Like, now's the time. Because I was planning on the stream being fairly short anyways. Because I was just too lazy to get out the camcorder and do all the proper things to show it off. So I figured might as well do a live stream if you guys want to see like specifics of it. I just knocked out my light. Oh, there we go. Knocked out the light. I think my favorite thing about this guy currently is the mouth, actually. Really love the way the mouth came out. Super glossy. Like I said, the main things I repainted on this is I touched up the spines. I redid the claws. The mouth is totally repainted. And that's about it. And then, of course, the parts I had to resculpt, I had to touch those up too. The base figure, we got off eBay. We got off a guy in Japan. And then I chopped it up, put it together. I still have to get an Odo Island Godzilla. I'll probably get that Bandai America one, more than likely. It would have been cool if NECA would have made one. But we're getting a Haya. The funny thing is the main reason this commission got sent in was because they've never made a posable suit accurate 2000. So this got sent in to do that with. This is like the closest to being like suit accurate you can get was the Giant X Plus. And then shortly, I think it was like later that week, the Haya got announced. And I already chopped this thing up. So it was just like, guess we're putting it together. Yeah, Haya's making a 99. Actually, I think it's up for pre-order now, if I remember correctly. Which you can follow a link in the description if you want to pick it up from CowKissToys.com. You can save 6% off your order. Code SteveCowKiss to check out and get it before everybody else. Because they're a China-based company, they get it at the same time that Haya be shipping it out. And you get it much cheaper than buying from Haya directly, especially with the discount code. So, again, follow the link in the description if you guys are interested. 99, not 98. I wish they were doing 98. But no, they're doing this Godzilla specifically. They're making an X Plus version. Or not X Plus. They're making a posable one. Yeah, I'll get the 91 Ghidorah. 91 Ghidorah, the 91 Godzilla. Look, like I said, I'll stick with getting unique ones. Like if they do color variants, don't expect all of them to show up on the channel. Unless CowKiss is kind enough to send us stuff. So I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it's probably the Haya I'm most excited about. Is that 99. Super stoked for that. Hopefully they make an Orga. They made an Orga. If they make an Orga before Monstars does, it's going to be my favorite company. For sure. And to be fair, Zilla's one of my favorite too. 98 Godzilla. Like I said, I don't really quite get why it gets crapped on so bad. I enjoy the movie quite a bit. I like the design. Oh, shoot. That's why it's like, you probably wouldn't show up so much on the channel if I didn't like him. It's probably why him and Shin Godzilla pop up so much. If there was more like good 62 things, 62 might have popped up a little bit more. To be fair. I can see how you doing GMK. Oh, the gambling machine. That'd be cool. I could see like I definitely would see them doing like the atomic version with the gold spines from the movie. I definitely could see that one. I'd be surprised if they didn't. To be fair, that's the nice thing about Orga too. Is because they could make Orga and then just modify the Orga sculpt just to have the spines and a little bit of tweaking. I was gonna say, sorry. I think the GMK monsters that were probably a bit of a harder sell for doing repaints on, but they could do something like make them like the theater exclusives. I'm surprised nobody really does that. Like even Monster Arts, because Monster Arts has done a couple in the past where they've done like the translucent Godzillas, like 19 or 2019. They did a few of those. I'm surprised they don't do it for more of them, especially Millennium, because Millennium there was a lot of like Bandai Vinyl Theater exclusives that have like the cool metallic finish, like the metallic translucent vinyl with those, and those would be kind of cool to see as a Monster Arts. Like this guy, like I have the ones upstairs that were the theater exclusives that were like it's like the gold plastic or gold vinyl. Higher burn would be sweet. I wonder if it still have the smoke effects. I would hope it'd have smoke effects. But then again, that's like three versions they could do there too, because they could do like him with just varying degrees of melted spine, and then you could have like a regular burning figure. Then you release it with like the smoke effect, and then you have like the atomic version shooting the beam. Don't currently got any funny stories at the moment, anyways. If I do think I would like them to do a because they're putting out GMK, like GMK Mothra would be cool, because there's not really any kind of posable action figure for that. That'd be sweet. I really want somebody to do actually if they're gonna do Heisei, do the rebirth of Mothras. Those would be dope. Yeah, like I said, I'm surprised more companies don't try to go that route, just to kind of play with like the nostalgia factor a little bit for some people. Especially, I would think their core demographic with the Japanese, because a lot of people that went to the theaters would have seen those too. Yeah, we 100% need an Orga. I'd be curious to see what Destroy Ohio would look like. Yeah, it's been about a week. Today's been the best day. I haven't been coughing near like I haven't like coughed up a lung yet today, so we're doing all right. A Zord's caterpillar. Yeah, there's probably a lot of Zoids. Is it Zord's caterpillar or Zoids? For some reason, I was reading Zoids very quick. Oh, Cretaceous Ghidorah would be awesome. Like I said, I need a Grand Ghidorah. Like a fully posable Grand Ghidorah would be amazing. Had surgery? No, wasn't getting the surgery done. They didn't recommend doing it. From what they said, it more than likely wouldn't fix the problem. It could possibly make it worse. So I might as well just deal with it. And lately, it hasn't been bad, anyways. Thank you for asking, though. Yeah, because Grand Ghidorah is my favorite King Ghidorah, so that would be one I would like. Death Ghidorah would be sweet too, though. Like all those Ghidorahs from Rebirth are great. It would make for stupidly sweet posable figures. And same with the Mothras. You get so much variety because you have regular Mothra, Then you have Mothra Leo, you got Rainbow Mothra, Aqua Mothra, Armored Mothra. There's so many little larvas they could do. There's even the prehistoric larvas that they could use. Make for a lot of sweet sets. They're not great movies by any stretch of the imagination, but they're some of the cooler suits. So I'd be down. Yeah, I agree with that. Hazel Ghidorah, I also have quite a bit of things for her already. Oh, with like the Monster Arts and Bandai vinyls and not Playmates, Trendmasters, little sets, you name it. Like I said, 90s, I wish would run its course already. It's the most popular era, which, to be fair, it's still probably the best era. But it would be cool if they branched out more into just using that or whatever is the most recent Godzilla movies, getting slammed with everything from that. Like right now, everything's -1 in 90s. Another one I'm surprised they never did was Ghidorah from the Godzilla Earth movies. I don't know how you really do it. Yeah, honest, I think the best thing for that would be like an accessory set style thing where you don't have the full body of Ghidorah, you just have the neck and the heads attached to like portals coming out of something. And then you just pose it with the Godzilla. Yeah, the 93 looks sweet. The Mecha Godzilla. My only issue is it kind of looks really big, like scale wise. So that's got me a little concerned. I know he's a little bigger than Godzilla in the movies, but it seems quite bigger. Well, glad we got baby stick. Eat steak and watch Terrifier 2? Possibly. It's a good possibility. I almost watched Terrifier 2 today. I feel like Jessica would have yelled at me if I would have watched it without her. Because we've been meaning to watch Terrifier 2 for a while now. Probably one of her days off, we might sit down and do that. Godzilla is big and strong. But anyways, I think we're gonna call it good here for today. As I gotta get going to bed soon because I gotta get up for work early tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. And Jessica's gotta get ready to go to work here too, so I gotta go help get the baby out of the house because she's gonna hang out with the grandparents tonight. Gonna watch that in the Penguin. Well, if you're gonna eat steak, you should watch Penguin first and then watch Terrifier. Right? Yeah, I don't want to do work. Work is literally the worst. But anyways, help us defeat those guys by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Guys like to keep up to date with you and donate. Greatly would appreciate it. Again, if you guys like to pick up some high Godzillas for yourself, like I mentioned earlier, link in the description for our CaucusToys.com. You can save 6% off your order. Code Steve Caucus at checkout. They do free shipping stateside. So there's that. And Jessica's my wife. Currently, she's upstairs with Casey, who's my child. So I gotta go get Casey ready to go to her grandparents while Jessica's getting ready to go to work. I refuse to let go of you. Never, ever, never. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next live stream.